pivoting, we will practice inwards and outwards movement on our front leg to start with, all right? And the main reason why I use pivoting is to change direction fast. It's a fast change in direction, and then you can follow your target. We just did diagonal movement, which kind of does chase the opponent inwards, sideways, or outwards, sideways, right? We can actually perform a little change in angle and then step absolutely inward. So it's for that reason that we don't really use much diagonal stepping in boxing, but it's good for us to know. Now we will perform a movement that kind of compensates or helps to take diagonal movement out and do small angle adjustments when necessary, and then after that perform stepping inwards, outwards, or sideways stepping to follow our opponent, okay, in combination with pivoting. To start with, we will be performing inwards and outwards movement on our front leg. Well, inwards or outwards, it can be from your perspective, to be honest, because you could argue that this is inwards movement, you could argue that that's outwards movement, and you would be right in any of the cases. So perhaps we could say that we go to the right and we go to the left. Basically is rotating in one direction and the other direction on your front leg. I don't want to confuse you too much, but it's true, because I thought through, and I can't really argue for inwards or outwards movement, because you could look, if you change perspective, it looks that is the other way around through as well. So basically weight goes on the front leg and we rotate on it. We release the pressure of the floor, right? We release the pressure slightly. We don't jump on it, we just release it slightly, and we perform a slight movement of maximum 90 degrees, preferably less if you can, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you line up with your initial position, and then we go in the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to stay as balanced and as centered as possible. Don't go too much on your front leg, right? Stay as centered as possible. The first movement is initiated by the back leg, and then when you arrive at the target, you do complete the movement. If you have a good grip, it will be quite difficult to spin at the same time. It's for that reason that we do small pivoting movements, because we don't want to put too much pressure on our leg. You don't want to do this, it's too much. So you want to do smaller movements, and almost until you reach, when you reach, you release the pressure of the you release the pressure from the heel, channel it towards your toes, and allow your feet to align with the rest of the body, and you end up, so the secret here is when we stop pivoting, we land in the same boxing stance variance you have initiated with, okay? So if you have initiated, for whatever reason you prefer this boxing stance, then make sure after you pivot, you are loyal. I call it being loyal to your boxing stance variance. If you choose my type of boxing stance variance, 1 o'clock to 1 o'clock, it's exactly the same. And when you perform inwards movement, it's exactly the same. So something like that. You have to adjust your feet position as such as that when you stop, you stop in the exact same position as when you started. I don't mean with regards to your position in space. It's more about your boxing stance variance. So what I mean is that you could end up just making a small rotation of 90 degree or 45 degree, and then you end up here with your feet lined and loyal to your initial boxing stance variance, or going backwards the same. So 4 times in one direction on your front leg pivoting, and 4 times or 4 rotations on your back or on the other direction, still on your front. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you go 2, 3, 4. Nothing too crazy, nothing too much. Stay balanced, stay loyal to your boxing stance, and go easy. Start slow and increase speed as you go. Put your timer on, 3 minutes on your front leg, and when you come back, we will do another 3 minutes on your back leg.